let's go ahead and do a general message. This can be for anybody. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I mean, right now, I just wrote a new layout. Just did a little short one. So we're going to try it. Let's see what we get. I only laugh because I just did 2 messages and that card came out in both of them, and so I already kind of know what we're working with here. And remember, just like every message, it's not going to resonate with everybody. You know, you can reverse it. It's just whatever's coming out. So we'll do 4 cards. Okay. Starting off with this person, they are 9 of Pentacles. Right off the bat, I can tell you that this person, who they are at their core, is a hard worker. They are a hard worker. They're probably extremely attracted. They like nice things. That doesn't mean they're materialistic, but they do like nice things. And they're willing to work for the nice things, even on their own. Like, they're not a moocher. And probably if they ever have to be, they would fucking hate it. They would absolutely hate being dependent on anyone. They probably don't ask for a lot of help. I can't see this person as asking for a lot of help, which can be a problem. It's okay to ask for help sometimes, but maybe I can understand why this type of person might not want to ask for help, Virgo energy, because they may feel like, well, when you ask for help, you have to pay it back, or there's always something you have to do because nothing in life comes for free, and I'm channeling that. So they may actually, you know, feel that way, that nothing in life is really free, and there's always something that will be expected later on or paid back or something like that. So it's best for me to just do it on my own, to acquire and accumulate my own security and stability, things like that. This is someone who wants to be independent, or they already are. They already are in some way. They may have a side gig or some sort of hobby or skill. They could own their own business, or they want to be a business owner. They could be an entrepreneur. They're already successful to some degree, even if they don't see themselves as that. They are. I don't know, they like to do things on their own. I said independent. They like to do things on their own. They can be, I don't know to what degree, but they do have this elegant side to them. The 9 of Pentacles is elegant, or can be. Again, they like nice things. Whether or not you would know that about them, they do. I'm getting like 50s, 60s, 40s. Now, I don't know if that's their age. They're between their 40s, 50s, 60s, or close to those ages. But I'm getting like time frame, era, like classy, unless they just like classy thing. Like, I don't know, I'm seeing like China, not the place, but like actual China and crystal, and I'm seeing luxury. Maybe they like perfumes. They smell really nice. They like something nice. Candles. I can definitely see candles in my mind's eye right now. Really good smelling perfume, cologne. If it's a male, cologne. They like to take care of themselves. They may like spa days, or they enjoy looking nice, feeling nice. They enjoy nice clothing, perhaps. They enjoy something that's nice, some sort of luxury. They see themselves either as currently abundant, and they've worked hard to get where they're at, and so maybe that might sometimes be a little bit nerve-wracking for them to be with someone romantically, because they don't want to lose everything that they've worked hard for. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's happened to them before. If they're not already where they want to be, and they have something that like a partner, if it doesn't work out, could take from them, they don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that to happen. This is someone who's willing to work for what they want on their own. And they probably prefer to do it on their own. you can't, I mean, it's not that they're not a team player. They could very well be a team player, but the energy that they're in is kind of like, if I want something, I got to do it for myself. Like, they're okay with being alone. They're okay with being single. It doesn't bother them. And that's if they are. I think they are. I feel like this person's single. That's usually someone who's single. But if not, they'd be fine on their own. It may be someone like that. If this person is in a relationship and you're watching because you're in the relationship with them, or I mean, maybe you're not and they're in a relationship with someone else, they would do fine on their own. And they know it. I think they like to take it easy as well, though. As hard as this person likes to work, they do like to take it easy. So they probably enjoy a nice dinner, or they enjoy movie night, or they enjoy a road trip or something, or a good bath, or, you know, it's someone who does enjoy the finer things and doesn't take things. They probably even like nature. I would say this person likes to be outside. Maybe not sweating, but if they do, then they like to quickly shower afterwards or something like that. Like, they can be a nature lover. I could see that. Somebody who's mature. They're mature, so it's probably not someone younger. I mean, they could be younger, meaning like maybe than you. They're younger than you, unless this is reversed. But they've experienced, let's say that. I don't know about mature. They've experienced a lot. They could even be street smart, this person. Like, you know? I would say don't let the outside fool you. Male or female, whoever this person is, don't let looks fool you. Looks can be deceiving because this person may look one way, but they talk another. Or they look one way, but that don't mean shit. Like, at all. You know what I mean? Like, they may come in looking all gorgeous and, you know, beautiful and precious or handsome, and dapper is coming to mind. But then they'll fuck you up as well. You know what I mean? Like, how do you know that this woman isn't hiding like a fucking knife or a gun under that clothes? You just don't know. You know, you really don't know. This is someone who would do it on their own too. Like, I'll fight you with one paw behind my back. I'll fight you. Like on the Wizard of Oz. They don't mind getting their hands dirty, but also they may like to protect their hands. Maybe their nails. That's not for everybody. I just noticed she has a glove on. They clean. They're a clean person. They do like to clean, or they clean in some way. They may do something where they have to wear gloves. Maybe they're in the medical field, or they garden, or they do paraffin wax or get manicures. They like to take care of their nails, their hands. Even if it's a masculine, they may get their nails done or take care of their hands. Or there's something here to do with gloves off, gloves on. Someone could have been a fighter at one point in time. Could currently still be a fighter. Know how to fight, at least. Because I'm seeing like gloves. Maybe something to do with watching fighting, like MMA or wrestling. There's something to do with gloves that definitely stands out. They may actually wear gloves for something. Something they do with their hands, or they keep gloves on them. It could just be they look really luxurious in gloves. They like gloves. I like gloves. There's a glove right here. Look at this. I was like, I know I got gloves. I'm just looking around. Here's a glove. Look, it's a little black glove, long glove here. Yes, see, something to do with gloves. I told you, but I'm seeing more like cleaning. But it could be anything. Maybe it's cold where someone's at and they have to wear gloves. I'm going to keep saying it. Could also be that someone here likes to protect themselves. When you wear gloves, it's for what? To protect yourself from things. Could be like no glove, no love type thing. Gloves. These are very, very, very significant here. So yeah, this is describing this person. Is that what I wrote down? Yeah, who they are at the core of their being. They're beautiful. This is probably a beautiful person. They already are established in some way. They could already have a significant amount of money or wealth, or that's what they're working towards. And again, I reiterate, this is someone who does not mind doing it on their own. They prefer it. If they've already done it on their own, they're protective of this. Like, you know, they probably wouldn't just be with, they wouldn't take everything they've worked so hard for to just give it to just anybody. unless it's people they love, like if they have children or their family. But in a relationship sense, because I said I wanted to base this off love or romance, no, they wouldn't risk everything they've worked this hard for or acquired. Let's say it's not something they've necessarily, like, let's say they have a little bit of success or esteem or something like that, because this could be somebody who's in high status in some way, shape, or form. Maybe in their work, in their field of work, they have some sort of higher status. But if it's not everything that they've worked for themselves, and maybe they were also left money, or they're going to be left a significant amount of money, and so they just want to make sure that whoever they end up with does not rob them blind or steal everything from them. So they might want a prenup, or they might take time in relationships or getting married or be leery about that because they don't want to get fucked over. You know what I mean? And robbed, I keep wanting to say like robbed blind or something like that. If they are working towards this, they may take it easy in a romantic sense, meaning not be in any hurry. And it's because they want to do this on their own. They also enjoy their freedom. The Nine of Pentacles enjoys their freedom more so than confinement or restriction. I mean, some people love that shit. Most people, in my opinion, the way that I see the world is that most people enjoy love and relationships that looks like a lock. I mean, even the bridge. Where was that bridge? I talk about it often. The bridge in what country is that? I think they took all the locks off that bridge, where they had all the locks on the bridge, Lover's Bridge or something. And you throw the key, all these lovers from around the world. I mean, it's a romantic idea, but I never quite understood it. Like, shouldn't love be a key and not the lock? Like, why wouldn't we throw the lock in the water and keep the key around the bridge? Because, I don't know, but most people don't like to be trapped, you know, or put on a leash. But you'd be surprised, like, a lot of people view that as love, and I did. Like, till, what, a year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? I mean, I did. And, like, former serial dater here, you know, and I changed. But, I mean, I believe in love. Absolutely. Love keeps you going on this shitty fucking planet. Well, the planet's not shitty, but people are. You know what I mean? Here we go with the gnats. God. That's part of the message. What was I saying? Something to do with locks. Okay. This person wants freedom. So if they are in a relationship, or if they are due to get in one, or we're going to take something up to a serious notch, it's like I still want to keep my autonomy. I still want to be independent. I still want to do what I do. I don't want to have to fucking answer to somebody. Basically, like, I don't want to be controlled. Period. I mean, they're even outside in the picture for a reason. They're not in a house. They're outside for a reason. Because this is someone who is free. They're free-spirited, they're free-hearted, they're like an animal. I'm like a bird. Oh, that sounds like shit. I'll only fly away. I don't know where my home is. Maybe they don't know where their home is or where they want to end up ultimately, and so that's also a dilemma. But it's like, I don't know where my soul is. They're smart. This person's smart as shit. And they want to be content. They want to be content and have nice things. They got big dreams, big goals, or they already have a pretty big life, and you know what I mean? It's kind of like, they know what they don't want, I'll tell you that. And they also know what they do want. They know what they do want, they know what they don't want, and they know who they are. I'm not sure what the fucking gnats are doing. I mean, what they signify here, but there seems to be a fucking surplus of them. Little babies too, like just a fucking shit ton. Maybe bugs don't bother this person. I'm telling you, they're outdoorsy in some ways. Certain bugs don't bother this person. Some bugs do bother this person. I don't know if it's gnats, but they could also feel like, you know, because gnats can also, they can be a lot of things. It could be like pests. So they could get pestered a lot. If this is someone who's currently working on this, like this type of life for themselves, they want to be ultimately the Nine of Pentacles. Like, this isn't someone who's like, my ultimate goal is to settle down and to do this. Maybe, but this is really their ultimate goal. This is where their heart is first, which is, I think, what's wrong with that? Nothing. I think that's cool, you know? At least they're honest. It could be annoying, like pest, that there's so many other things that kind of happen in between that kind of keeps them or slows them up from, you know, seeing their vision for themselves, their dream for themselves actualize. This is who, again, this person is at the core. I think they've been very blunt about it. I hope I don't have a gnat stuck to my face. If I do, fuck it. Oh well. I mean, it's just kind of like, what the hell? Maybe it's just because it touched me, and now it's like when you feel like you got a hair on your face and it itches. Oh my god. Alright, anyway. Queen of Swords. Yeah, they're very direct. Extremely direct. You wouldn't have to guess with this person where they stand, what they want, you know, blah blah blah. No, they're very upfront about it. They've already been upfront about it. They're currently upfront about it. I mean, they don't hide shit. No. At all. I think this person's, because the Queen of Swords can be extremely critical sometimes of others. I think they're critical of themselves. Yeah. Like, they're very fucking hard on themselves, this person. I don't know if you know that, but it seems like you would. If you don't, I'm telling you, they're very hard on themselves. If this whole message is reversed, you tend to be very hard on yourself. And it's because this person is like, or, okay, if this is someone who's already established in this way and they already have obtained this Nine of Pentacles life, they are very direct and maybe even critical of the partners that they choose to sleep with, especially, but to end up with. It's, especially if we're talking marriage, because it's like, I don't want to lose everything that I've gotten. Like, you know, if it's someone who is working hard towards this, they're critical of themselves. They may feel like they need to make this happen before, you know, something else, like before getting into like the Ten of Pentacles type situation. And it's because they don't want to have to be completely codependent or rely on someone else where they can take everything from them if something doesn't work out. Or they want to know that they are, there's a word, what's the word? They want to know that they are, they have something to offer a connection to, and that it's not just one person doing everything. Like, I mean, that's amazing. That's beautiful. Okay. So they can appear as Eight of Cups at times, withdrawn, distant, maybe even like, are you sure you want me? Are you sure you're interested in me? Or maybe they don't appear interested at all sometimes in you. And it's because they're the Eight of Cups energy. The reason that they're the Eight of Cups is because to them, there is something very specific that needs to happen or needs to continue to happen. If it's already something they have and have obtained, they feel that it needs to continue to happen for a bit longer. They're not set. They're not set on something with you. If this is someone who's working towards something for themselves and they're not at all in this Nine of Pentacles energy, but that's what they want for themselves, they've been upfront about it, and they may feel as if I don't want to rush. There's no rushing here towards anything. But I think that we would actually be great together. Some of you, this person thinks you'd be great together. Like a power couple, you could say. Especially if they see you as someone that is very different than anything they've ever experienced before. But in other cases, there may be this part of them that's like, does whoever you are watching this, does so-and-so want me? Like, do they really want me? And, or would they always? You know what I mean? So I need to make sure that I take care of myself. Just speaking from an adopted person, it's very adopted type foster energy. It's very, you know, I mean, you ever listen to anybody other than myself who's adopted, but people who've been in like foster care or been in the system or been adopted, a lot of times you'll find people in that Nine of Pentacles energy that is like that, because they had to fucking fend for themselves at a young age. And they almost had to, like, at least they felt like they had to. Now some really did, where it's like you feel like you have to, like, you have to work harder for the people. If you even do get put into a home or a family takes you in, you have to work harder for them to love you, even if that's not true. But a lot of times they'll feel like that. And so because they didn't naturally come from them, you know what I mean? And so they may feel like they have to work for everything in life, even people to really love them. And so I can understand. I mean, I just see the Nine of Pentacles as someone who probably had a rough upbringing, who didn't have shit. And that's why it's so important for them to keep it once they do work hard for it and get something for themselves, or to make something happen for themselves on their own without it being because of another person or even with another person. Not that they can't work well with others or even have relationships, but because they don't know when it's going to get taken from them. You know what I mean? I know that from experience. And so I can see that here. This is somebody who had they had a rough start in life, and I don't think this is someone who had anything kind of handed to them. No. If this is you, it's you. Some of you could mirror this person. It could be you and another, and you just get each other in that way, you know. It's like I don't want to be a problem. I don't want to be a nuisance. Or if it's someone who's already, like, got it made. And not because they got it made because they were born into that, but because they made it happen for their motherfucking selves, right? Sorry, aggression. And I feel like I'm picking up on them if it's somebody who's already wealthy or something like that. They're kind of like... Well, I lost it. Whatever I was going to say, it went away. It totally, like, flew out of my head. I forgot. It'll come back to me, I guess. Now, what else did I write down? I like this layout. I just wrote it before I started this. Okay, your truest intentions for them are Eight of Pentacles. See, that's why I said sometimes I feel like you could even mirror each other. Because you work just as hard. You work just as hard. You have worked just as hard. You continue to work just as hard to get to where you're at. You're both very creative. You both like nice things. You're both not shy to hard work. You're both not lazy at all. It doesn't mean you don't have moments where you just want to lay down and take it easy. But, you know what I mean? Like, I want to say nothing's been given to either of you. Or nothing's come easy. Oh, nope. Look at this. Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Like, somebody's been homeless here. Someone struggled very, very, very much so financially. Not knowing how we're going to eat. Not knowing how we're going to pay our bills. Not having shit. Crackers, bread, you know what I mean? Peanut butter, jelly, Kool-Aid, shit, Pop-Tarts. Like anything that we can buy. You work hard, they work hard. I feel like you're willing to put in also the work here. Yep, you are. Some of you are really serious about this person. Like, really. Some of you also acknowledge that you know what this person has to offer. And you know what you have to offer. Nice. So, how's this going to work out? Well, Two of Wands. Can this go somewhere? And if so, how far can this go? Will this work out? Won't it? It can also be like taking the first steps, maybe like first serious steps, maybe even taking some sort of risks here in order to see something kind of grow more or have more potential between you and this person. I feel like you know what you need to know about this person, like something like that. The message is you know what you need to know. Or you know everything that you need to know in order to take the next steps. Wow. Whatever that means, take the next step, the Ace of Wands. Make something happen. Something to do with like making something happen here. All right, well, there you go. That's what we got for this message. I really like this. I like it a lot. I might try using it again. All right. Well, I hope that helps somebody out there, for whoever it's for. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.